Hey guys, it's Raven your GS and congratulations to Marvel on his most recent successful movie, The Avengers Infinity War, and to you guys who've been part of this amazing journey for the past 10 years. Now, if you've enjoyed this movie as much as we have and you feel like celebrating or treating yourself, head over to the disneystore.co.uk or .com, depending on what part of the universe you're from, and get yourself one of these amazing merchandises. You could always go Team Hulk, or if you feel a bit more techie, Team Iron Man. But if you want to take over the universe and do it the right way, Thanos is the one you want. I'll see you guys next time around and enjoy the show. Peace.
We are live. Raven, the GS, Joe, 1/3 of the Sam, the legend behind the techie.
We are live, guys. I'm Sam, Mr. Blitz Tech.
And I'm Raven your GS.
I'm Joe, 1/3 of the Cyber Nerds.
And welcome to Nerd Banter. What episode number is this?
I don't know. Are we doing episode numbers?
I don't know, it's been a while.
It's number 7.
If I say, then don't worry about that. Just welcome to the Infinity War special.
Is it Infinity War special?
Yes.
You can't.
Yes.
Oh, it is? So we're not just going to talk about this stuff before we start recording? Or are you just going to just make up it's the Infinity War special?
I thought you was off the bat license. That's what we're talking about today. I don't know. I didn't say it.
Guys, I guess it's the Infinity War special. Then, you get me?
Ta-da!
Alright, so...
Alright, cool. So, who's taking over today?
Well, anyway, so this is how we've got 3. If you've watched this before, and if you haven't, this is how it runs down. We've got 3 topics. We talk about them. We talk about some other stuff, and we talk about the best comments from you guys in our YouTube comment section. That's usually how it goes, right? All right.
Something like that.
We got 3. Are we going to tell them the topics beforehand? Yeah. Topics we're talking about today. We're going to be talking about Infinity War versus Justice League.
Always Marvel vs. DC.
I don't know whose topic that is. In it, but it's not mine. Then we're talking about whose death. Spoiler alert. This is the Infinity War special. Yeah. So heavy spoilers if you didn't know that already. So second, our next topic is going to be whose death impacted you the most in Infinity War, and the last question will be: is Infinity War the best MCU, that's Marvel Cinematic Universe movie, ever?
Damn, that's...
So, alright, let's get to our first topic. Sam, take it away.
So, Justice League.
So that is your topic?
Thanks, man. Took me up with my hand up. Put my hand up. So yeah, just Infinity War just came out. Everyone knows that it was doing numbers through pre-orders and selling out. It was said that it did. It pre-sold the last 4 Marvel movies combined. That's crazy. I was like, all right, cool. And
what's crazy about that is that Black Panther outsold all of them.
Exactly.
And that sold more than the last 4 combined,
exactly.
Which is a mad thing. Anyway,
so,
carry on.
Yeah, I didn't think this was going to happen, but I guess this is what happens when you make something 10 years in the oven, you know, just adding this, that and the other. That's what it means, just perfecting the recipe.
Whipping, stirring, baking, peppering, like, them man are out there saucing up the thing for 10 years, man.
Unfortunately, some people are just opening the oven, checking the heat, letting it out, putting it back in, opening the oven, it's like, it's still not all done. We're going to take it out anyway.
I wasn't aware this was a cooking lesson.
That's
what we're taking.
Bro, Jamie Oliver just walked in and sat down, fam.
Jamie, what? Was it Gordon? Not Gordon, bro.
Ramsey
Gordon just came in and just started slapping people on the back, bro.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, yeah, man. So,
he's got knowledge for us as well.
Okay.
So,
get some knowledge.
So from the Box Office Mojo, Justice League Global Run, in fact, let me just put some context on that. So the topic was injustice. There is some injustice in this.
Get yourself together first.
Try.
You're right.
After the movie, no one's alright.
Get yourself together. Try again.
Avengers, Infinity War. Over the weekend, accumulated. Let me get the right number. 630 million. Yeah.
Yeah, across the globe.
Across the globe. Justice League, in its global run,
I'm not even ready for this,
did 657 million. how many weeks? How many weeks was that?
It's an 8 week. I think it was like an 8 week run, isn't it? Something like that. 8 week run.
And we're just coming out in a couple of days.
4 day. It was was it a 4 day weekend? Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah. I think it counts on the Thursday, innit? It counts on the Thursday. So Thursday to Sunday, innit? Outside Justice League. Do you know what? Yeah.
Woo.
I'm not gonna go in on DC today. I just want everyone to know. I'm actually upset that for any reason we're talking about DC on the Infinity War special. I feel like we're disrespecting Marvel right now, innit?
Wait, don't get me involved, fam. I'm not. I ain't said the word, fam. What?
We as the cyber nerds.
Nah, fam.
One of us brought it up, so we're all three of us are taking the bullet.
I'm not taking the L for this one, bro.
Right.
No way.
No one's taking it.
Not this week.
This is just a lesson that needs to be learned. Like
I'm not going to talk about this, innit? I'm not. Go on.
I'm just saying that this is what happens when you do stuff not properly, because Marvel just had a plan in it. No matter what people said or what people did, they saw what people were doing. Russo brothers in particular made fantastic movies, and they were like, you know what, we want you to do like this project. And even people who don't even watch like Marvel movies, like people are just talking about it. Go watch it. Bare news everywhere. Go watch it. And then that's what happens with word of mouth. Like not even trailers. People haven't watched the trailers sometimes, and then they were like, their friends are talking about it. And I was in my office today, and people were saying, "Oh, are you going to see Infinity War this weekend?" And they were like, "No, I'm going to go watch Black Panther, which is still out, and then go watch Infinity." That's how crazy it is.
Which, by the way, has jumped back into the box.
Top 5 is.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Back in the top 5 box.
Like, you got two of the same movies from the same studios out. So if someone ain't going to watch Infinity War or needs to catch up, they can still watch the previous movie and then go still watch this. Like,
do you know what the thing about this to me that's mad is, yeah, and I'm Xing out this Justice League part of it, innit? Because this goes across the board for all franchises, all movie studios, everything. Like, Marvel had a plan, yeah. Like, alright, we're gonna make these Marvel movies, boom, and it's like, even when they had a down movie or a movie people didn't like, do you know what I'm saying? They fixed the issues the way they wanted to fix the issues. Do you know what I'm saying? And then this all culminated with just a movie they wanted to make. A movie that they knew people are going to get upset about this. But you know what? We don't care because, like, we do what we do, innit? Do you know what I'm saying?
Don't you mean because Marvel listens to fans?
Marvel don't listen to the fans. Do you know what I'm saying?
They give them what they want, but they don't listen.
Marvel don't listen to the fans. They just produce content that is good, innit? And that's the thing. It's like good music. Like, regardless of whether you listen to rap, reggae, or whatever, when you hear a good song, you can appreciate it.
It's a good song.
And Infinity War is just a good song, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all it is. Like, it bangs, innit? So that's it. Like, I don't even want to hear nothing about no whatever that stuff's called, fam.
Yeah,
bro.
This should even be in the topic, in the conversation, because it's just, yeah, man. Listen, 2 different timelines. Alright, different levels to this game. Alright, and these guys are their own lane, their own game, that's it. So there should not be parred with, if anything, I'd rather you try to par with another great movie instead of try to par with some, something.
Yeah, it's mad, you know. Do you know what I'm saying? And even, let me just throw out a big congratulations to, like, Marvel, but all of us Marvel fans, like us included, innit? Like 10 years of the MCU, innit? Like, I feel like it's everyone's birthday. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we all, do you know what I'm saying? We've all been in this 10 years deep. Even the guys who haven't been in it 10 years deep. Like, shout out to you guys as well for jumping in, go back, catch up. We're all part of the same Infinity War. Like,
speaking of 10 years, what was you doing 10 years ago?
10 years ago, 2008. I think I was, I think I was just maybe in college. Yeah, I think I was my freshman year in college.
Was it Seminole?
Yeah, Seminole State, Oklahoma. Shout out to all my Seminolians. Trojans, baby. I just made that up in there, but yeah. Trojans. Trojans for life, innit? Stay strapped.
What was you doing, Sam?
Oh, me, I started collecting trophies then.
That's the only thing you did in 2008.
It's the only thing, start collecting trophies.
This stuff. What was he might be on one today, fam. What?
Today,
I ain't been here, really.
Clearly you ain't been watching the videos, right? You ain't
I
been
ain't
watching
been
that channel while you was out there.
I
It's a
ain't been
madness
here.
with Sam.
But what
man.
was you doing in 2008?
I can't remember what I was doing in 2008.
At least I can remember.
I don't
Man
remember what I was
is
doing in 2008.
purposely like blanking out 2008.
I know what you
I don't
were
know.
And he always refers back to it as well as
I don't know,
since
man.
08. But he can't remember 08.
I was playing ball in 2008, man. That's what I did, man. Play
That's cool.
ball, travel up and down the country, have a good time.
That sounds alright.
That's pretty much.
Sounds dodgy to me, having a good time. Anyway, is everyone ready to move on to the next topic? Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, before we move on to the next topic, let's talk about these special people to us. There's these special people out there in the multiverse, the universe. They're called Patreons, innit? And we love you guys. Guys, listen, we've got a Patreon. It's there should be information somewhere right now. And if you go over to patreon.com/thecybernerds, you can help us make better content every single week and bring you videos every single day. We've got loads of reward schemes. You can get exclusive stuff. We can follow you on social media. You win t-shirts like these.
It's my face.
Don't remind me that I'm wearing your face. Please don't do that. You get me. Anyway, there's t-shirts, there's giveaways. You can be interactive in our shows. You can tell us what to do. You can tell us what to do. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, why would you not want to become a Patreon, guys?
You know what? Speaking of Patreon, I know you guys haven't noticed, but it's looking kind of different today on this video. This video's looking.
Do you know what? Yeah, fam, the thing is, yeah, I was like, what is this up here? And I was like, what is this down there? And I was just like, I guess a couple Patreons have been helping us out, and we're trying to up the levels, innit? You know, ever since.
Oh my lord.
Life's changed, innit? Life's changed. Life has changed.
I don't feel so good, Mr. Kimwin.
Oh, allow it.
Oh,
Hey,
wow.
don't bring it back. In fact, you know what, yeah? That's a super legit segue into the next topic, man. So, Raven, you got this one, sir.
Alright, so the next topic is whose death got to you the most? Obviously, this is the biggest highlight of this movie. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's crying about it.
Fam, wait, stop, please,
what?
please.
What?
How are you gonna say
Yeah.
people dying is the biggest highlight of the movie?
Because everybody's talking about it. People can't get over it. That's the highlight. Like, a highlight is something that's out there. And this is what.
People dying is never a highlight.
Listen. In this movie, it is. It is. Like, listen. When the movie finished, everybody was quiet. Yeah. The day afterwards, and when people start coming, everybody was crying about.
Because it's traumatic, fam. It's traumatic.
Listen,
Not a highlight, fam.
It's a highlight. To me, it's a highlight, fam. It's a highlight.
There's something going on with this guy.
People died. People that we was not expecting. Gone.
Alright, disclaimer, movie characters died, guys. Listen, like, the cyber nerds do not
You need to
promote...
stop with these.
No.
disclaimers.
Listen, I'm not trying
I'm not having these disclaimers anymore. But I've been putting up with it far too long.
Bruv, fam,
Yeah.
listen. There's people out there who watch our show and they're like, oh yeah, I like these guys, I want to sponsor them. We don't promote death. Disclaimer, we do not promote death.
Listen,
do you know what I'm saying?
Look,
People died is not a highlight. People died is not a highlight.
Really?
Alright,
the
sorry,
movie,
carry on.
we're talking about the movie.
Okay.
Yeah, we're talking
Yeah,
about
but
the movie. I'm not talking about anything else.
I want everyone to be clear on that, innit? I just want everyone to be clear, fam.
That's the if they're not getting what I'm saying. Martin.
Are you going to explain we got an urban dictionary
urban,
already.
He's opened the book.
Open it.
Alright, so guys, the urban dictionary. If someone says your eye is low or even high, they're referring to your IQ. So if your eye is low for not understanding something, it's because you said your IQ is low. The urban dictionary moment. Alright, close the book.
There you go.
Alright, sorry, carry on.
So let's start off with who wants to take it. Okay, let's take it with Sam. Whose character, maybe that you didn't see it coming, or that
The scenes got worse and worse. First it was Bucky.
He's gonna go through all of them.
No, I'm really not. Because it was Bucky first. And for when he said Steve, I was like, we just got Bucky back, and now he's left us again. But then when we went to Titan, and then I think Peter was off screen and goes, Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. My heart sank, and then he was fighting it, everything. I was like, you know what? That kid did not deserve that. I think, did I see it somewhere? Like, because his senses are heightened, he might have felt it the most as well. Like, he must have felt it coming, he was fighting it, and he just could. I was like, woo! Yeah.
It's about to get emotion here, fam.
That's what I mean.
Spider-Man emotion here.
And he's like probably my best hero as well. So I was like, a kid as well. That's not good.
Look, Joe's
What are you talking about, fam? Man's gassing, fam. Man's gassing, fam.
Bro, why are your eyes watering?
Bro, man's eyes ain't watering, fam. This
This
guy's being funny, fam. Guys, listen.
Yeah, man.
This guy's on a hype. Alright, cool. What? Me next? Or what?
Oh no, let's talk about Peter, man. Let's talk about Peter's death.
Listen, do you know what? Yeah, you took it way. You shouldn't have gone that deep, you know. But it makes so much sense, innit? Like, obviously, man's got heightened senses, innit? That's mad, fam. Do you know what? Yeah, Spider-Man was my gateway into this life, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, obviously in the comic books, I've seen man die bare times, innit? But I think, whereas I've seen the birth of this Spider-Man, innit?
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't had him for longer than 2 years, innit? But like, man's really seen his birth, his inception, his feelings. Like, man feels emotionally tied to this Peter Parker more than any other Spider-Man, fam. So when man was, bruv, it was, and Tom Holland, I don't know how this kid did it, fam, but he got everyone, fam. There's not one person I spoke to who was just like, oh no, everyone talks about that moment, fam. It's mad, fam. And you know who else I'm gonna give mad credit to? Robert Downey Jr., fam, because his response to Peter is
I did not see that.
Bruv,
I did not see that.
it was mad. Like, he just holds him, fam, and then even when he does, it's like he tries to cuddle it. Oh my word, fam! It was a madness, bruv. Like, that whole part, yeah, man, it was too much for me.
You know, one of the things that made it worse is that because whenever everybody else went, they just went. While Peter, and I don't know why they did this. Maybe they did it on purpose, but they held on to it for a few more seconds, and those few seconds, just like, it really got to man. You know what I'm saying? Like, people were just going off and just like the reaction is like, whoa, okay, you're going, all right, you're going, what, you? And then it's just that, yo, like, it's trying to hold on, and it's like, and the worst thing about it is that, Tony tells, yo, there's no coming back here. There's no, like, what are you doing here?
This is a one-way trip.
This is a one-way trip. Like, and obviously at that moment, you're just like, everything comes back to you, it just hits you, and you're just like, yo, that was one of the most epic scenes, like, deaths as well in this movie. In this movie, in case, you know, some people's eyes not, you know, as high, you know. But yeah, man, it was, and being the youngest one as well. Like,
that's what I mean.
You
That's
not
what
expect the young guy to go like that. You
That's
know?
the worst
He's always
thing as well.
fun. You know, he's always, regardless of the situation.
He didn't deserve it.
He's like, he's innocent. Like, and the thing is, he's not even part of the team that caused, I guess, this whole disruption.
You know what? Yeah, the reason I'm gonna take that you didn't deserve it out of this equation, innit? Because the second this happened, you're now an Avenger.
Oh yeah.
This is the life you signed up for, innit? Like, do you know what I'm saying? That's like,
So blame
fam.
Tony again, yeah?
Huh?
So blame Tony.
Bro, you already know what I think of Tony Stark, innit?
Yeah,
you know
but
what I'm
Tony had no choice. So I guess that was a way of boosting him to because the situation was on.
Yeah.
You guys got to take this into consideration. Tony had these visions from years. How long did he have them for?
He says 6 years. Well, it's not 6 years. I don't know, since Age of Ultron anyway.
Yeah, so
since Age of Ultron.
for a few years now. So we have no idea when he goes to sleep what he's seeing. You know what I'm
do you
saying?
know what? Yeah, it's not since Age of Ultron. It's since Avengers, 6 years. Because I know what he's talking about. Because obviously in Avengers he goes through the wormhole, and in Avengers in Iron Man 3 he's having panic attacks and having nightmares and stuff. So it's still there, innit?
So he's like, okay, now if you guys want to take this into consideration, every time there's been an event is on Earth. Now they're not on Earth. So it's like, oh, I'm going to that place that I've been dreaming about all these years. Yo, Peter, what are you doing here, fam? Yo, you should be here. This is why I called in the suit to take you back. I didn't call up the suit to enhance your powers.
to enhance your abilities to fight next to me or any of us. It's to keep you actually safer, send you back, and you're here. Yo, it's too late for you.
Yeah, man should have stayed on the bus.
Man.
He shouldn't have stayed on the bus, man. I thought, bruv.
He
was gonna have
he
to
shouldn't have stayed on the bus. He shouldn't. Come on, it wouldn't make sense if he did.
He did the
did the right thing.
Yeah, he's Spider-Man, fam.
He did the
That's
right
what
thing.
Spider-Man does, fam.
He did the right
Rising
thing.
to the occasion, so.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it, man. Like, he's a bad man, innit? Get me. Homecoming 2 is gonna be mad. Or if he comes back, who knows what's gonna happen? That might be Miles Morales. Get me? That might be one of the big announcements. Because imagine, yeah, it makes sense, yeah. Like, if they don't bring him back, that Peter Parker then goes back to Sony and can be in the Venom verse in Venom 2, and we get Miles Morales. That could have been the deal all along. You get me? That would have been sick.
That would be sick. But then, like, there's so many ways we can go with this, because then Peter can end up being elsewhere. Because you know, there's loads of versions out there of Spider-Man, and this can be just another part of the universe they're creating now. You know what I'm saying? That a few years from now, Miles Morales or whoever, oh, you was the Peter that was with the Avengers in the Infinity War like event. You know what I'm saying? And like, yeah, and this is where, you know, these creators and writers can get really creative and start peppering up for the next franchise of that specific character and universe.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You can literally use, and this is one of the beautiful things. I really hope they'll use this to scatter and open up doors for new universes and characters to come through and tell different stories from where we're living right now. Maybe even a different timeline.
Do you know what, yeah? I don't even want to keep going on it, but that would be sick if they're obviously back home, they're like, oh, we heard about the sacrifice Spider-Man made, and now all of us want to be Spider-Man. Do you know what I'm saying? Or Spider-Girls and Spider-That, do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, if that ripples throughout the
Yeah,
universe,
yeah,
and
yeah,
it picks up all the other
exactly,
Spider-Man. That's cool.
that would be sick,
That's
fam.
cool.
Do you know what I'm saying? Anyway, like, alright, so let's move on to my character now. My character, yeah, it's mad because it wasn't one of the moments, because I didn't think I cared about this character as much as I did until they got killed. And what them getting murdered kind of like meant going forward and all the emotions it brought out. So my character is Gamora, yeah? Don't really care about Gamora, fam. Don't really care about, like, you know, she's just one of the Guardians. Like, I'm not really too into the Guardians, innit? I like Rocket, I think he goes hard. Groot, yeah, Quill's funny, whatever, innit? But she's just there, innit? But I think the reason this moment got me is because her, like, the scene with her, Thanos and Red Skull, and just how the whole thing played out, get me? They get to the top of, I can't remember what.
Is it nowhere?
No. It's Satib Mir. I can't remember what it's called. Someone drop it in the comment section. But they get to the top of the mountain, and Thanos thinks.
No, she thinks that.
Yeah. Well, but to begin with, Thanos thinks there's no hope.
Right.
To get the Infinity Stone, and then Red Skull's like, you know, you gotta give someone up you love. Then Gamora starts laughing, innit, at Thanos, like, ha ha ha, you don't love anyone, blah 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 blah. Do you know what I'm saying? Her hatred is so much, she can't see that Thanos, like, she's probably the only thing in the universe Thanos actually loves, innit, besides his mission. Do you know what I'm saying? And then, like, for him, when he turns around and he's crying, fam, like, just in cinema in general, fam, I don't think I've ever seen that, like a villain, not even just a villain, like, that's like having Darth Vader cry, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you'd never think to do it, but if you did it, it'd be probably the most epic and emotional thing ever, fam. And that's how that, like, when I turned around, bruv, that stuff punched me straight in the gut, fam. I was not ready for it, innit? And then, like, then that happens, and then Red Skull, for anyone in the movie theater who didn't get what was going on, verbalize it for you. Yeah. He ain't crying for him, he's crying for you. Do you know what I'm saying? And then she realizes, and then man grabs her, just lets her go, fam. And I was just like, even for a character I don't care about, like, this is how I know, like, the Russos, the writers, Kevin Feige, all of them, man, are sick, bro. Because they're making me care about characters I have no feelings for, fam. Do you know what I'm saying?
And that's where, you know, the magic happens,
bro.
You know, like, you guys, I don't have anyone else to pick, because
our first thing was Peter, you took it, and the second one is the one you picked right now, because those are, to be honest, those are the best deaths in this movie. Let me just say, in this movie. You know, in case Joe trying to, you know, throw another disclaimer at me. But no, you're absolutely right. Like that moment of turn that where she's like, how you feel, like I wake up every day to see you fail, and I fail. You know, that mission fails every time. But today, that your most important mission that you've been going for years, that you've had me chasing, I tried to sabotage as many times as I could, just so you could fail. Is gonna, you know, explode back on you. But then it's like, nah, like you got it all wrong. And the way he just holds it like a child, fam. Like a child, G. You just drag. You know when you see a parent dragging a child throughout the shop, they're trying to take some sweets aside, fam, and he just flings it like it's nothing. That is one of the most epic deaths I've seen. Like when it comes to emotion, when you see a villain emotion like that, emotions being expressed like that, like that's like who woke up that day and said, "Yo, I'm gonna make Thanos cry."
Fam, it's a mad thing,
Thanos
isn't it?
gonna cry.
That's what I mean, like, even walking to the cinema, I knew, like, people were going to die or whatever, and Gamora was never on my list, and if she was, the way it did it, there was no, I don't think anyone saw this coming.
No one saw this coming.
That's what's so, like, mad about it, especially, like you're saying, Thanos actually, like, loving something, and all the things, like, the way, you kind of allude to it throughout all the movies anyway, where he's like, oh, he's a daughter he loved because she was always surviving and stuff, but then we kind of think, we see it as well in the movie, that's not the reason why he loves her kind of thing. But it's like, it's deep now. I think he loves it because of how much of a warrior or how much he sees himself in her kind of thing. So even for him to do that, it's almost like killing a part of himself.
One thing that I even think is sick about this movie is just that whole subplot of that we've never heard about. Thanos sent Gamora to find the Soul Stone. Like, I love that they just brought that out of nowhere, innit? Like, and everyone was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, we've never heard about it. There's never been any story threads to it. But you said it happened. That was her original mission, and we believe you, fam. And that's cool. Like, I love that they went to so many different places. I'm getting into a whole rant on Infinity War, innit? But like, I just love that. I just love that.
This is one of the things I love about the way they've done these two characters. So from the beginning, the relationship, they show you the first encounter between Thanos and Gamora when she was a kid, and the history behind that and where he got from. And throughout this whole movie, they'll be reeling in until you get to that point of her death. So it's almost like her life and death, you know, even though when she kind of, you know, her life with him was based on death of her people, you know what I'm saying? And he gives her a knife, and there's one scene that she's playing around with the knife, and she's talking, you know, she's telling Star-Lord, yo, if anything happens, you gotta kill me. And all this time we're thinking, okay, you gotta kill me because
I just don't want to go back to Thanos.
I don't want to go back to
I
Thanos.
still want to go back to
you know what I'm saying? Or his punishment is worse than death. You know, that's the kind of thing you get. So for them to plot all those things in, and then at the end they completely twist or just change, is phenomenal. Another thing, I think it was Kevin Feige that said, you know, when people think they got us figured out, that's when we just spin the world on everyone, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that is a fact. That's not him just trying to be smart with words or anything. It's been proved, like, these guys are out here just keeping us on our toes, and even when we think we've got things figured out, we haven't. Like, we're far from it.
Mad. Anyway, do you know what, yeah? Let's just all take a deep breath, relax a bit. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it got real tense up in there for a second, innit?
But that's this movie. It's tense like that. Yeah.
And let's move on to the next segment, innit? And this is probably one of the favourite segments of the show. Let's get to our favourite comments from our YouTube channels, Twitter, Facebook, or anything. And guys, just so you know, best way to get on the show, go down into the comment section below. Talk to us, tell us if you love the show, if you hate the show, write down what you feel about what we're talking about. If you want to talk about something completely different, do that as well. And every week we're going to pick out favourite comments and we're gonna talk about them.
Right.
So,
who's going first this week?
let's go. Whoever's ready. I feel like Mr. Blitztek's ready.
I'm ready. Yeah, I'm
I
good.
feel like Mr. Blitztek's ready.
Alright, cool.
So from R, Taishi, sorry I got that wrong, never very good with names.
As
He
usual.
says Thanos was pushing everyone to and off the edge. Gamora found off first hand.
That's cruel, man. That's cruel. That's a cruel comment right there, man.
Wow.
Just had to, I'm sorry.
Why
I expect that kind of comment from Raven, you know. I didn't expect that from you.
There we go.
I wasn't ready for that. I thought he was going to come with something to lighten the mood, innit?
No.
Do you know what I'm saying? My comment is not Infinity War related. I thought I'd just spin out of that. Do you know what I'm saying? And I want to show some mad love to Interwebs. His comment is, Joe, it's finally back. Great to finally have you. I've missed what you bring to the trio. Speaking of trio, now we're missing Sam. Because that comment was written on the Venom trailer reaction that you was not there for.
Someone always manages to just dip. Like it's supposed to be a trio thing, and
somewhere in the cosmos.
You guys be doing too much. Alright, cool. Look, my one. It's actually pretty. I like you guys. You know, we have some really cool people, smart people on our. You know what I'm saying, like part of the family. I really enjoyed that. Alright, so this one from Green Ranger. Shout out to you, Green Ranger, who says Thanos sees Scarlet Witch destroy Vision and the Mind Stone. Pulls out the Time Stone and says, "Run that thing back." Shut your mouth. Butting. Are you nuts? Man said, "Yo, run that thing back."
He literally did though.
Yo,
are you
listen,
serious? Yo,
guys.
That comment's about to get pinned right now.
Fam, listen, no. Someone has to go and make the gif of Thanos using the time stone, and it's got to say "run that." If someone does that, I'm free T-shirt and get me free T-shirt, whatever you want. Got you, get me. Anyway, yeah, man, that's mad, yo. That comment's fire,
man.
And I've never even seen that comment, you know. Man pulled it out of some wardrobe somewhere, fam. That was mad. All right, let's get to the last topic of the day. The main event. Ding, 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 ding. Is Infinity War the best MCU movie? Now, first we're just gonna get each person's answer first, and then we're gonna talk about it, yeah? So Raven's already displaying traits. Go ahead. I just need a yes or a no first.
Infinity War, it is the best. Yeah, you mad? Are you dizzy, cousin? Sheesh, this movie is fire. Come on now.
Do you know what?
What, man really thought I was going to say
Man got me, you know, you got me. Nah, you got
man.
me. You 100% got me. You 100% got me. Sam, what do you think?
It is the best MCU movie.
Oh my word, is this really happening?
What do you mean? All of us agreeing?
Yeah, fam. Obviously, I think this is the best. I think this is easily the best MCU movie ever. Do you know what? Yeah. Now let me tell you why I brought this question up, because I definitely thought that both of you was gonna disagree. I definitely thought that you was gonna go with Black Panther, innit?
No, but you know what? But I did say this to you guys. I did tell you guys this. Look, Black Panther started something, you know, started something new. All right. Yeah. And it's a great movie, but I have a feeling after watching Black Panther, you know, a few more times than you know when we did our reviews and we did the Nerd Banter about it, I have a feeling it'll be one of those movies that will be great, but because of what it started and what it stood for, and we all know, you know, aware of it, but it is not
all-time great.
It's not. It's I wouldn't even probably say top 3, to be honest.
I hear that, fam. That makes mad sense to me, innit? But in my mind, I was just like, yeah, Raven's going with Black Panther. Do you know what I'm saying? And Sam, I'm even more shocked at you, yeah? Because I 100% thought you was going to be like, this doesn't beat Civil War. Do you know what I'm saying? I thought definitely, like, even though this movie's a madness, yeah, I just didn't think that for you it was going to go past Civil War. Because for me, it wasn't a struggle, innit? I'm going to lie if I said it was a struggle. But when I think about I don't know, go ahead.
That's what I mean. I think about it. It's like Thanos has decimated this movie, and like right now, and probably for the end of MCU time, it's probably gonna be the best villain they're ever gonna create. Like when watching this movie, I thought, yeah, Thanos is gonna come, like he's just gonna be like a villain, but man, when he speaks, it's poetic. It's madness. I didn't get like, I was like, how did they do that? They did it. And even like remember I told you guys in the car, I was like, is Thanos really a villain though?
He
like,
is.
He is, but like, you understand.
Man committed genocide.
I know, that's what I mean, like, you understand.
Intergalactical, like.
Yeah, exactly, but you understand why he did it though.
Yeah, no.
Which is like, crazy.
It don't matter.
For the greater good.
Whether we understand
For
the
the greater
cause or
good.
not, bro.
That's what I was about to say, Sam. You're getting
Death
real
is
dark
death.
right there, fam.
For the
Death
greater
is
good.
death,
Yeah.
my G.
I know death is death, but like, for the greater good.
Understanding him does make him a better villain, innit? Does it?
Exactly, it makes him a better villain.
But
So
still makes him a villain.
it's still a villain.
The thing is, I feel like the stakes in this movie are so high that it supersedes all other MCU movies to me, innit? Like, I think about Civil War. The reason I don't even think Civil War's my favourite MCU movie, but when I think about what to compare Infinity War is, I feel like that's the closest to compare, because the stakes in Infinity War of Tony's parents being killed by Bucky are the only stakes I can feel are even high enough to even, like, they don't come close because obviously man murdered half the universe, innit? But like, do you know what I'm saying? Those emotions, like that emotion I felt when they showed Bucky choking out
on that video.
Iron Man's mum, I was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? And like the same emotion I had when I see Peter, you know what I'm saying? Like it was there, innit? So I was just like, oh, Sam ain't gonna pick this, but Infinity War is a madness,
It's
bro.
too mad.
It is a madness, bro. Like, it's done the reverse on me. Like, I love this movie so much, like, but it's so it's such an emotional take. I don't think I could watch it 8 times in the cinema because it's too much, bro. Like, bro, after the second time, I felt like I couldn't breathe when I was coming out, and I already knew everyone was gonna get murked, fam. Do you know what I'm saying?
Alright, so let me tell you what happened to me on Friday. So we went to watch the movie Thursday midnight screening. Then
we went Wednesday.
Midnight.
We went Wednesday night.
Wednesday night. Then went Thursday around like in the noon, afternoon.
Yeah.
So then we had that, right? And then me and you spoke, blah, 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 blah. Alright, so then Friday, I'm in school, and I'm on the corridor, and then one of the teachers comes by and is like, yo, Raven, Infinity War. And he had this expression like, it was like a question. And I said, yeah, man, I seen it. And we should start talking, and talking. And I'm like, and before that, I was cool. Like, I was just going about my business, you know, deliver my lessons, whatever. Then I have my next lesson, and 20 minutes into the lesson, I'm not engaged in the lesson. I'm thinking about the movie. Like, I'm like, because of obviously the conversation I've just had with this teacher, like, we dissected things a bit more. Obviously, he got my point of view, I got his point of view. So it's like, you know, when you start trading ideas, and I'm just like, mind effed up, like in the classroom, like, yo, I got kids there, and like man's name delivered like and this man is just like, I'm just like thinking about this movie, how deep it is, and the events, and it's like, I have no idea how you guys managed to do this. I guess, I mean, there is a way, because obviously there's comic book writers who do these things all the time, but to put it out in a big screen and being delivered the way it was, like, yo, I'm telling you that it messed up throughout the rest of my Friday. I was like, yo, like, what am I supposed to do today?
Fam, do you know what? Yeah, besides Star Wars, there's no movie I've ever thought, I can't wait for like 10 years to sit down
and watch this again.
And like watch it, like when I've got like kids, and I'm like, when my kids are like 15, 16, like, and watch this with them, bruv, that's mad, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm like, just watch this whole thing, like, I kids, every week we're gonna watch a Marvel movie. By that time, it'll be like 100 of them, innit? Like, bruv, it'll be like an actual comic book run, innit? Where you're like, let me just start at 50 this time, you get me? But it's mad, fam. Nah, man, this movie's bonkers. But guys, we need to know what you think about all of these topics. What do you think about Justice League versus Infinity War? What do you think about the most satisfying or the most emotional or the most whatever death?
Satisfying, I guess that's
Loki.
a good one. That's a good. I don't even think Loki's death is just. Are we
Even
gonna,
that was
are we-
harsh as well, actually. Yeah,
No, it was not. It was not like
His death was
Loki's.
messed
You know
up.
what?
His
You know
death
what?
was messed
Loki's
up.
death. He was just like,
Let's talk about his death real quick.
like his death exactly, real quick. That's how it was, like, you know, and it was like, I didn't feel any way, like, shape or form about his death. He's like, he tries to do the same trick he's been doing for the past
8 movies.
8 movies exactly, and then obviously Thanos, who's been sending him to do like his bidding, obviously knows about his soldiers, his foot soldiers. He tried, shut up, man! Just slap the thing off him and murk this guy.
See, the only thing my only complaint about Loki's death is that I don't even think Loki should have tried to do that. I think Thanos should have just snapped his neck anyway, innit?
Loki's meant to suffer, isn't it?
No, not meant to suffer. The reason I think Thanos should have just walked up to him, like after he let Thor go, after he gave him the Tesseract, I think he should have just grabbed him and broke his neck anyway, just because of all the nonsense Loki's been doing, fam. You know what I'm saying? Bruv, Loki's been running man around since thingy, bruv. If you think about it, yeah, Thanos gave him the scepter and Infinity Stone to go get the second Infinity Stone, the Tesseract, yeah? Man, didn't get the Tesseract and lost the scepter, fam.
That's 2 stones.
He should have got murked already, and then he's still over here playing magic games with man, talking about, oh no, kill my brother, oh, trying to call man's bluff. He should have backhanded his head straight off his shoulders, fam. Straight, fam.
He made both of them suffer. He made Thor watch his brother die, and then having a slow death like suffocation. Come on, that's
Yeah,
horrible.
no, it was no. I like the way he got murdered, innit? But I don't like how they tried to portray Loki as a hero in the end, trying to take Thanos out, fam.
Yes,
Like,
yeah.
Loki's a scumbag, fam. Like, I don't like the Loki character in any movie, innit? No movie do I like it.
I'm glad he got the death that he got, and he didn't. One of the good things about it is that I didn't get. He was right at the beginning.
Yeah, get him out of there.
Get him out of there, so we don't have to deal with this guy again. But I must say, Loki's character is really well played because if we're talking about him, if we dislike him, that means the actor,
Yeah, Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah.
right, did a solid job with that character. Whether you like him or dislike him, whenever people feel some type of way about that character, that means you've portrayed that character really well. So,
Yeah, Tom Hiddleston's a big boy actor, so shout out to you.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, jump in the comment section below and let us know what you think about all 3 comments. Is Infinity War your favourite movie? If so, why? Let us know. Remember, head over to patreon.com/thecybernerds and help us improve more. Help us bring you more videos every single day. Tell us what videos you want us to bring you. Tell us what reactions you want us to be. Tell us what you want us to talk about on Nerd Banter. Anyway, I'm Joe, 1/3 of the Cyber Nerds.
and I'm Revenue GS.
I'm Sam, Mr. Blitztech.
And we'll see you on the next episode of Nerd Banter. Peace.
E-N-E-R-N-R